Good morning. It's Friday, it's the 12th of June 2026. And a couple of little announcements first. Number one, for those people who know and who've watched me for a time, today is Justin's graduation. So we wish him all the best. He's finished school and he's now focusing on gymnastics. So it's a very good future in front of him and we look forward to that. The second thing is, as I had the privilege yesterday of spending some time with George Lewis and at his retreat in Sotogrande. That's the property is owned by Kathy, an amazing lady, and I met some great people in there, including Alex Green, a young man who's doing a lot of good work. There's some great people there, some great people out there, and it's a real pleasure to be a part of this awakening and watching people work together for good in a world full of craziness. So my first story of the day is talking about craziness. In the United Kingdom, this week, they found out there are 53,298 migrants who've disappeared in the UK. Can't find them. Can't find them anywhere. Don't know where they are. They came over, we gave them money, we gave them hotels, we gave them phones, we gave them motorbikes to go delivery, and they fucked off. Don't know where they've gone. No idea. 53,000 of them. And you wonder why you got problems in the UK. It's fairly obvious, isn't it? And I was right earlier on where I said, yeah, we need to deport these migrants and these illegal aliens. We need to deport them and quickly. But also we need to deport the politicians who are pushing this agenda. This is a World Economic Forum and Davos crew agenda to destabilise the UK, to destabilise Europe, because they want control.
Allegedly.
This is all about them getting control. The elite, they call themselves. But we're not going to let that happen, are we? We're going to stand up against these people because they are 0.01% of the population. 99.9% of the population is just people like you and me. And if we stand up for our rights, the odds are stacked in our favour. You can sit there and go, yeah, but we can't do anything. If I thought that 7 years ago, we wouldn't be here today. We've made a difference. The question is, are you prepared to stand up to make a difference? I hope so. But let's see. Morning, Drew.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everyone. Well, staying in the UK is considering new laws that critics say could allow photos, videos and private messages to be scanned on personal devices. Supporters say it's about protecting children online. Critics warn it's a major threat to privacy and encrypted communications. Safety or surveillance? The debate is heating up.
It is, and it's very important. The good thing with the British people is the weather is so poor over there most of the time. You're stuck inside watching the telly, so they can brainwash you very easily. But it's time to use a little bit of common sense. That the more all of this is done.
Allegedly.
Or everything is done to take more information from you so that they can build a database and put you in it.
Allegedly.
And you become a commodity, which you've always been anyway, but what now far more controlled by them. And if you don't do what they say, they simply switch you off.
Allegedly.
And when I say they switch you off, that's what 5G was all about. Inject you with an mRNA, and then if you don't do as you're told, you get one warning, then they turn your car off because it's electric. You can't go here, geofencing, you can't go there, geofencing, 15-minute cities. But if you don't do as you're told,
allegedly,
with 5G towers, they can simply change the frequency, which just randomly gives you a heart attack or a stroke, finishes you.
Allegedly.
Now, if you want to be in this digital prison that they've set up, it's very clever because they put you into prison and you don't even know you're there. It's all very comfortable until you try and do something that they don't want you to do. And then they switch you off. That was their agenda from day one. And if you don't believe me, go on the World Economic Forum website and read about it. Do your research. My next story is we're seeing all the resignations now in the UK from the Labour government. We've had John Healey resign. We've had Al Khan's resign. We've had Pamela Nash resign. The whole thing's falling apart. But this is being done as part of the movie to wake people up. Keir Starmer, he's not your Prime Minister. He's an actor trying to get an Oscar. He's been put in there to do a job. So is he going to resign? That's all part of the movie. But if you think it comes down to you voting him out, your vote has never counted for the last 25 years. So why would it start now? These people have been fully in control of the whole situation for a long time. This is all part of the movie to wake people up. And the longer you stay asleep, the more license it gives them to push the envelope, to see how far they can push you, to see how stupid you really are. And they'll continue to do it. And for those people who are awake, it's frustrating, but it's also comedy. It's divine comedy. Drew.
Next up, a Seoul court reportedly sentenced former President Yeol to 30 years in prison in a case linked to alleged military drone operations and the 2024 martial law controversy.
Well, this is a very, very big story. And this is a former president of South Korea who's been arrested, who's been charged, who's been convicted, and has been sent to prison for 30 years. Now, if you live in Korea, and we were there last year, this is just like a massive shock. But this is not what the Americans want. They want Obama arrested. It'll come. Because I know it will come because it's already happened in real life. In the movie, it hasn't yet played out. But it has to be dripped out at a pace that is palatable, a pace that people can accept. Because if it came out too early, people just wouldn't accept it. They wouldn't understand it. They wouldn't comprehend it. And this is very important because the ex-president, Yoon, Yeol from South Korea, he was imprisoned for an insurrection. And what happened in America to Donald Trump, they tried to charge him with an insurrection and found out that it was actually them that was creating the insurrection against him. This is how they work. These people are slippery. Everything they accuse other people of is exactly what they're doing. They're showing us their playbook. It's part of their agenda. Finally, the World Cup started yesterday. Well done to Mexico for their 2-0 win over South Africa. Good start. But this is all distraction. This is all to distract from shutting down the world's economy for a global financial reset. Are you ready? It's the weekend coming. We've got Ishmael Perez on the Insiders Club. Don't miss it. We'll see you there. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
So if you want to know the truth, come to charlieward.com and see real news daily. And join the Insiders Club, which is live on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Global tensions are rising, markets are unstable, and currencies keep losing value. While governments print more money, smart investors are moving into physical gold and silver. Assets that have protected wealth for centuries. That's why more people are turning to Charlie's Gold to secure their future before the next financial shakeup hits. Don't leave your wealth exposed. Own something real. Own gold and silver. Visit charlies.gold today.